What's up, guys, and what's up, Sussex Squad? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Kate the Great, it looks like you might be Kate the Late Great. Y'all, listen, it is day what? 154, 55? It don't matter. We're going into day 160 of Kate not being here. And it looks like we're going to get up to day 365. Why? Because what we predicted from the beginning, Sussex Squad, by reading what the royal sources were whispering about 4 months, has come to fruition. You guys, the palace, high-ranking senior royal palace officials have announced that, get this, Kate will not be seen or around or doing anything for at least till the end of this year. At least to the end of this year. She may not appear in public for the rest of the year. This is exclusively through the Daily Beast. You know the royal sources love leaking to this, so this is coming from the palace. Baby, the Princess of Wales will probably not appear in public for the rest of the year and is being surrounded, get this, by her birth family as she continues a course of preventative chemo, having been diagnosed with cancer earlier this year. I have a question. I have several questions. One, did we not say so? Sussex Squad, me, you, us, together on this channel. When this first started in January, we were listening to Concha Conchilla. She was the one that was like, yo, Kate's in a coma. She ain't coming back anytime soon. Piers Morgan, I can't imagine Kate will be returning to royal duties anytime soon because of what I hear is true. There's some really dark, like bad things happening. All right. So we got that. And we read the tea leaves where first they tried to come out in the beginning. Oh, she's not going to be back for 9 months. So we were like 9 months. And they're like, oh no, Easter. And then that didn't happen. They made all these excuses. They literally tried to do that fake work thing. But the American media was like, but when are we going to see her? So now they're like, you know what? The royal family even shut down. No, it's because of the election. We're not going to be seen. And now they're starting to say, well, don't expect her back for the rest of the week. Because at the end of the day, they know Harry and Meghan are going to come out the house. And you know that Charles, William, and his mama, Camilla, his adopted mom in his heart, Camilla, need to splash out. 2, your birth family. Your birth family? So your kids, your mom, your sister, your brother, and your daddy, but not the royal family, not your husband who's sacrificing everything, not your your mother-in-law and your father-in-law who looks at you as a daughter, who's trotting out the person rumored to be the mistress. What? She's being surrounded by her birth family. And also, I got to stop this thing. How can someone be going through preventative chemotherapy for over a year? You either have cancer or you don't. Preventative means to stop something from happening. Preventative chemotherapy means to stop something to keep from coming back. There is no way a doctor will say that you are going to keep getting chemotherapy for a year when there is no cancer, unless you're trying to fight the cancer. And then after the cancer is gone, they make you do it for maybe a month more. But there's no doctor on this earth that when the cancer is in remission would still keep giving you chemotherapy for over 9 months or up to a year. Because chemotherapy at the end of the day is also deleting the good and the bad cells. You guys, this is wild to me. This is wild. Her birth family? So your husband and his royal mess, that they don't consider you family? What happened to Charles saying you were his beloved granddaughter? That's not part of her recovery. You guys, the jig is up. We saw the soft launch. Nobody believed us. People made up dumb shit about Crohn's disease. It's this, it's that, it's the third. It's not. Something bad happened to Kate. My guess is because they won't fess up to it, it's something involving William or somebody in the royal family, right? It's something involving William or somebody in the family. Why wouldn't you just actually say it? They have been soft launching Rose for the past few weeks. Camilla has made her part of her inner court, right? because that special little embargo about the media not talking about Rose, you can't do that in official capacity. Now, I know William thinks that he's probably, smarter by halves because he always thinks he's smarter than Camilla until Camilla outsmarts him. It works for him because William has Camilla helping Rose rehab her image. Because at the end of the day, Camilla and Rose are the same people. Only Kate wasn't as beloved as Diana, but you get my point. Nobody likes a cheater, especially on a sick wife, right, William? So Camilla and Charles are doing the dirty work of rehabbing Rose's image. Rose will be accepted by English society. She'll quietly divorce her husband, just like Camilla did with hers. She'll quietly divorce her husband. And William, when he takes place as the king, Rose will either be William's full-time companion, like Penny Marshall was, much like with Prince Philip, or if King Charles passes, Rose will take her place as king, and she's still William's favorite pet. Again, they're close friends, and sometimes friends turn to lovers, right? Rose's son was carrying the king's robes, something that should have been either reserved for William or at the very least George. Kate, on the other hand, right, is being pushed out the picture. All her jobs are being reassigned. People are stepping up. Rose can do what Kate does, right? Probably she can do it better because unlike Kate, who I guess did her job well until William got tired of her, William wants Rose around. So what are you doing? It's a soft launch. Kate's being pushed out. William is tired because he is so lazy and so arrogant and so pompous and so entitled. William is even tired. William is tired of even pretending like he goes to that house and he sacrifices for Kate. He wants to be single and ready to mingle. He likes being the young, bachelor, handsome prince. The only problem is you're not, William. You're creepy, you're strange, you're old. Your smile was never your good point. You always look better brooding because when you smile like that. And now that you have 6 pieces of hair on your head, when you look brooding, you kind of are giving like evil Bond villain, but not as smart or debonair, if that makes any sense. You guys, she's going to be surrounded by her birth family. I don't even like Kate as a person. And some could say it's not the karma, but you surrounded yourself with people that tried to do this with Meghan. And when Harry tried to protect Meghan, you joined in gleefully at breaking her down and destroying her because you felt like one of the people. And now that you are no longer useful to them, they are literally wheeling you out to the curb of Buckingham Palace and dumping you on the sidewalk for your family to come retrieve you. You guys, this is wild to me. Listen. Also, I do have to say one thing. Mary Girl on Twitter and Karen B. Brazen Hussey said the same things, right? She said, are they trying to say that her husband and husband's family are not part of her recovery? Marigold says birth family only. Also, when you hear that somebody is surrounded by their family, death is usually right around the corner. Are they giving her now to be surrounded by her family? So when they inevitably make the announcement that Kate's taken a wrong turn, they can say she was surrounded by family. We don't know what happened. We thought Carol was doing a good thing. And Carol's what? Traded money, titles, gifts. What did you trade? What did you trade? Listen, I think that at the end of the day, Phoenix Rising 823 on Twitter had a point and said she's no longer considered part of the royal family. Wills is not taking care of her. If care is needed, she's with her parents, and so are the kids. Death or the divorce announcement is pending. Lindy Lango said hospice care vibes. The real HP said Kate left him. Yeah, I don't think Kate would ever leave William. I think William is leaving her. Listen, um, again, this is bad. And as Henry VIII said, is it normal for news outlets to clarify a married woman is surrounded by her birth family? I'm asking for a friend. Y'all, this is sad. This is a mess. This is pathetic. Some people think like Kate literally thought she was on Team Evil and they showed her who the blood relatives are, Kate, which is weird at the end of the day with Kate. The fact that she was so blinded in my mind by competition, jealousy, classism, elitism. And at this point, I don't even believe that Kate made, I'm not saying she didn't agree, but I don't even think Kate made the royal racist comments anymore. I think that probably William did. And they threw Kate out just like they threw her out there about the picture, too. Kate is another casualty, but it's a shame because she wanted to be on this team so much. They said that she'll probably not appear in public for the rest of the year and is being surrounded by her birth family as she continues a course of, right? Preventative chemo, having been diagnosed with cancer earlier this year. Why do they keep saying preventative? Kate and her family are expected to spend next week, which is a school holiday, at her and Williams' country home in the Sandringham estate. Her parents, to whom she is close to, are likely to visit her. Williams expected to devote even more time to his family over the next 6 weeks, having been unexpectedly gifted time off after the royal family said they'd be stepping back from some engagements to avoid distraction from the snap UK general election. There was another UK election and they were front and center, a snap one. One source said they do not expect to see Kate back in any kind of public facing role in the medium term, adding it's possible she's going to remain absent from public life for the rest of the year. Lots of people involved in planning need to know what all the principals are doing in a long way in advance. I'm told that Kate's diary for this year is empty. There's nothing planned. She may not appear in public for the rest of the year. But William and Charles and all of them do things on the fly. How do I know? Just let me know when Harry's in town. Anyway, her friends have said we might not see Catherine again till autumn, and only then if she's fully recovered. What is going on with Kate that nobody can see her face? Not in an official capacity, but just see her face, a side glance, anything. Does no one think this is weird? I don't want to hear that BS about Crohn's disease. I know people that have Crohn's disease. You, even in the late stages, you still see them every now and then. Kate has royal dressers, makeup artists, media, hair. Kate can just sit there on pain medication and just lay her head against William as he's like looking after the kids and the kid. We can see Kate. We can see that they can talk. Now they're trying to act like nobody's ever had preventative chemo, cancer, Crohn's disease, a colonoscopy bag. Stop with the cap. You guys, this is the soft launch. They're about to announce that while Kate was in the care of her parents, because they're going to put that off on her, that something very tragic happened. The key thing is her avoiding any kind of stress and anxiety and just getting on with the business of getting better. They will bail out and be off the Sandringham the moment school breaks up. This is the same thing they did with Easter. Oh, Kate's coming out with Easter. Just wait, just wait, just wait. And then they came this tragic announcement. And then they did another, oh, she's returning to royal duties. It's going to be so good. And now when we're like, okay, what do we say? They knew this from the beginning. Remember when they said that she wouldn't be appearing at Trooping of the Color or anything else? You guys, listen. They said Kate's trust circle is tiny. She's surrounded by Carol and Michael. Y'all, it is a mess. I'm actually really worried that they did something to Kate. And again, I don't want to hear any BS about Crohn's disease, cancer, chemo. I know people, colonoscopy bag. I've known people that have had not all together, but all three. And I am telling you, this does not track and it does not make sense. I'm going back to what we found out in January. The reason we do not see Kate is because Kate cannot come to the phone right now. I feel it. I know you feel it. And the royal family is acting like they know it. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.